All right. The IG girlies is wildin'.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, there's a new fad in the beauty industry, and you out here modeling now. I want to see if you've ever come across this.
Okay.
I think this is makeup or hairstylists, one of those. But someone post this because apparently this is going on. It's a DM. Somebody's asking the makeup artist or the hairstylist, "Hey, what are your prices?" They responded, "Hi, it's gonna cost you to see my price list."
No.
So now it costs money to see how much money you would pay them.
No.
You've never seen that?
Hell no.
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
People are really out here with the audacity. Pay me
to see the
to
price
see
list?
if you want to book me.
So
Like, I don't get why you would do that. Like, I feel like that would turn the person off.
completely.
Like why would you even want that energy when you do book?
Why would you want your that's not a measure of how serious the person is about booking you. Like it literally costs you nothing to show your price list.
Because I mean, I guess most people are saying like, why wouldn't it be on your website, all that stuff? But then I guess a lot of hairstylists and makeup artists say DM for booking.
Yeah, but a DM is free.
Okay, so the
So
only
if
person
you have a whole price list that's already like laid out, why would you charge somebody to see that?
And people are saying, I hate when people hide their price list because that means they upcharge the people they think have a lot of money. So it fluctuates. So the only person I've saw try to defend this said this. It's a numbers game. A lot of people fake inquiries to get insight into your pricing. I wouldn't do it, but I understand. A lot of people charge a consultation fee just to discuss your project. That's different, though. Goes towards your project if you book. If you're busy enough, you can't afford to waste time. I don't know, because I feel like knowing what somebody else's charges isn't that hard to find.
Right.
That's not like really secret information.
Right.
So I don't know why you would fake an inquiry just to see what somebody else is charging when you can just ask a customer.
You can ask a customer. You can. There's a whole there's different apps that stylists use. What's that app called? I forgot the name of it, but the makeup artists, nail techs, they all use like different type of apps, and you can just go on the app from their link and scroll down, and they have a whole price list that's right there. All of their instructions, their rules, their do's, their don'ts, what's included, what's not included is all laid out for you to see. If it's too much for you, don't book. But if it's good, or if you want to negotiate, I see your price list. I don't have this, but I really like your work. I really want to book you. Send the DM. See, if you could work with something. Like, I don't understand.
It's just dumb. That's just wild.
That's weak.
That's just bad business to me.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if that was if there was any reasoning or logic behind it.
I've never heard of that. And if I did, I wouldn't book based off. I feel like our personalities wouldn't mesh.
The comments agree. The comments agree with you. All right. That was cool, right?
That was super cool.
What kind of threadicals you talking today?
Nasty.
You nasty?
I'm being nasty.
Okay. What kind of nasty we talking?
All right. Men, do y'all use the same toy on different women? Why you looking like that?
That's a good one.
This is once again my tweet. If y'all haven't followed me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter.
Okay. That's a good one.
Okay.
Mine has to do with the show Grey's Anatomy. You ever watch that?
I didn't watch Grey's Anatomy, and I should have, because it's an iconic show.
My parents love that show.
What's it been on for 20 seasons?
I never got into hospital dramas.
Mm-hmm.
One location. It was just funny because I watched The Office, but that's, you know.
I watched House.
I don't want to see a bunch of people in scrubs. We have a gunshot victim. Oh,
I love it.
We have a stab victim. No, we have an overdose. Like, ER was straight. But I don't know.
I need to watch Grey's Anatomy because I loved House and I loved The Good Doctor. I think Jada Pinkett had a nurse show. I watched a lot of like medical shows. So,
okay. Well, then this might come as a surprise to you.
All right.
Because my thread is the dark secrets of Grey's Anatomy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Damn.
What was going on? BTS.
This
behind
makes
the
me wish
scenes.
I watched it.
Well, I didn't really watch it, but I knew of it, so I can only imagine this is just a Hollywood thing.
Okay.
So apply it to some of your favorite shows.
They had that fine-ass doctor on there. That's what I do know.
Was that the black dude?
The light-skinned dude with the green eyes?
Him?
No, that's Isaiah Washington.
Oh, you talking about the actor?
Jesse Williams. Right?
Yeah. Okay, I know who you're talking about. I said you talking about the actor on a TV show.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, the actor.
Yeah, I'll let you go with it because I give you grace sometimes, you know.
All right, so what we doing? Grey's Anatomy or Tweety Bird versus Iron Man? What was yours?
Sex toys on women.
Sex toys on women. Let's do yours.
You want to hear this?
I do. I do want to hear this.
All right. Y'all use the same toy on different women, and I put the eyes looking to the side. Like,
Oh, it's yours?
this is my tweet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Django said.
Django? He jumped into this. Okay.
It's a Django. And it's a verified account. Django.
So it's
Cali.
really Django? The character?
No way. I buy toys for the female to keep at her house. J Money said.
He's out here buying his own competition.
All right. Cleaning sex toys is like cleaning chitterlings, aka shitterlings, aka chitlins.
Chitlins.
Some know what they doing and some don't.
That was a wildly random comparison
Right.
for what he was trying to say.
That's disgusting. Each chick gets a bag of toys and knows to bring it when we get together. Damn.
Each chick gets a bag of toys?
Like, what is that?
A goodie bag?
A bag of dicks?
Running a Chuck E. Cheese of sex?
Right. I can't. A bag of dildos and vibrators and shit. Like, put my backpack on full
Put
of
that
dicks.
shit in a box. A
Right.
bag of dicks is weird. I need a wooden box that they bring out like a damn chest with an artifact in it.
This guy said, what's the problem if you clean and sanitize it? Like a wand, for instance. If you in a three-way, both women get in the wand, no doubt about it, LOL. So what's the difference if I use it on them separate? Ladies,
Sound logic.
his name is Tony Bag.
I mean, the threesome comparison. Is that his number?
That's his name on Twitter.
Oh, shoot. I was like, damn. I mean, we're assuming that the in the threesome, the girls are cool with each other.
Right. Right. Like, that's a horrible comparison.
I mean, it wasn't horrible.
It's pretty horrible. Women who don't know each other getting the same toy used on them versus women in a three-way who are ultra comfortable with each other.
I mean, they
It's a
still
pretty bad
probably still
comparison.
wash it after that, but still, you know, they're probably swapping more stuff than just.
Do you switch condoms in the threesome?
Yeah, it's. I did not. I have not, but I know people who do.
I've had one.
One
And-
switch.
No, one threesome.
Mm-hmm. Did they
And-
switch?
Yeah.
So it was basically like It was one at a time. You guys were running a train. I think a threesome is more of a soup.
No.
You gotta have like some.
I mean,
you gotta have some mixtures.
Everybody was busy at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but when it came to penetration,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Everybody was busy. That's funny. Everyone had a handful.
Everyone was handy. I mean, why switch up on what gets the job done? Are we trying to level up sex toys like we're in a Final Fantasy game? So he uses the same toys on all his women.
The Final Fantasy comparison tells me everything I needed to
know. I don't know much about Final Fantasy.
I mean, the fact that it was mentioned in this
is ridiculous.
I don't understand what he's doing.
This nigga said, nah, I keep them in separate boxes with their names on them. Ooh, don't let me find the boxes full of different bitches.
Yeah, you go find a damn drawer and yours is on the bottom. You have to move over a whole bunch of them.
Right. What if her box looked better than mine? We got a motherfucking box. What if she got more toys than what's in my box? Like,
you mad about who has more toys?
What if she got like the platinum edition and I got the first edition?
Is that how sex toys go?
I mean,
are there first editions?
Yeah, they're upgraded.
Okay, I'm understanding the Final Fantasy reference now.
He said, yeah, because you're supposed to clean your toys. Somebody said, bruh, hell no. What the fuck? Thank you, Cody Black.
What, hell no, he doesn't clean them?
Right. No, he doesn't use the same toys.
Oh, okay.
He uses differently.
Also, what toys are we talking about? You know, are you shoving the same dildo into multiple women, or is it like, a vibrator for this one, nipple clamps for this one? Is it variation?
I mean,
because
whatever
I'm not gonna
toys
wash
you use.
the handcuffs. You're supposed to wash handcuffs.
Damn, you're not gonna wash them? Like, if y'all had all kind of shit going on, there's fucking squirt and
the handcuffs.
Yeah, if they're
what do
on
I want
hands,
to? I don't want to cross contaminate the wrists.
You don't want nasty fluids.
Who's coming on their handcuffs?
What if it's on your hand and then you go to take the handcuffs off? Now you got juices on the handcuffs. You don't want to wash that off for the next.
I'm just saying I haven't done it, but if I had a list of toys, I would wash the ones that touch the pussies and stuff.
I'm gonna tell you
and
this.
Then I'm not gonna wash a whip.
I think that you should.
Wash the whip?
Yes. I think you should sanitize everything that's used. You got to. Because juices get on your hand. And when you touch the pussy and then you touch everything else, then the juices are transferred onto everything else.
What you're saying makes sense. I'm just saying I wouldn't think to wash a whip.
You got a funky handle whip.
I wouldn't think to go into wherever this sex dungeon is and start washing whips and paddles.
This sex dungeon gonna smell like fish.
Ugh. Why?
Old mixtures of coochie juices on all the sex toy handles.
If a fucking pair of handcuffs is stinking up the sex dungeon, I would throw it out. I wouldn't wash it.
You're not washing.
Where's that smell coming from? The whip stinks. I've never heard that. Sex was fire, but his whip stunk.
Don't let him be furry handcuffs too.
The furry ones I can see getting a little moldy.
A little.
A little colonized. That's a horrible.
Nigga, we show a black light in your sex dungeon. All the handles and everything got fucking.
Well, I don't have it yet. I don't have the sex dungeon yet.
Well, I'm glad we're having this conversation before you do get the sex dungeon.
Yeah, I'll have like
professional cleaning.
I'll have staff in all latex suits, even their face.
I hope so, because what you gonna be doing in there?
No, not
need to be fully protected.
Not for
whatever.
protection, for the theme. They're gonna be like sex dungeon maids.
Well,
Like little
I
Oompa
mean,
Loompas, sex Oompa Loompas.
the latex protects anyway.
Mhm.
So good for them.
No, this is all coming together in my head very nicely. It's going to be no lights, all torch light.
Oh.
You got to light torches on the wall to see.
Somebody said that is so filthy. Yeah, no. So this to me is like when you guys don't really understand how pH balances are affected by multiple women, by
Yup.
you dealing with multiple women, like that type of stuff, like using someone else's toy on someone else, and maybe, because with some
It's pretty horrifying.
toys, yeah, like silicone, you're supposed to use certain type of cleaners that don't break down the silicone, because like
Mhm.
regular soap breaks down the silicone. So some people probably don't know how to like properly clean toys, and it's like, oh, if I just use soap and water, on a silicone toy, you get like little tears or ripples in it, and then you use it on different women. Like that bacteria can still be in there and be transferred to the next woman, depending on how often you do this stuff. So my advice would be to not. And the thing is, like, you guys have sex toys on yourself. My biggest fear is that cock rings. Like, I'm guessing, like, with cock rings, like, if you're gonna use it, chances are you might use it on like multiple women.
I see what you're saying.
I don't want a nigga to use a cock ring on me that he's used on other women.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, so
But
like
I mean,
a
cock
male
rings are
toy-
one of those things that you got to wash right away. Like that. that would be fucking filthy. That would be like using a dildo and just throwing it in the.
Yes, but it's about
box.
It's just about the fact that it's just been used
Up against some other vaginas.
I don't want it. Like I don't want that. So it's like,
well, listen. If this was a crime, you know them documentaries where they catch somebody like when they old for something they did in the 70s.
Oh my God.
But I would like to apologize to all of the women that I messed with in college. There was like you said, I didn't
purple cock ring.
I didn't understand. I didn't understand the pH thing.
Ah.
And there was a little store. It was called Brookstone. You went there for all the high tech stuff back when stores were separate and one store didn't sell everything.
Okay.
I went to Brookstone and I got this thing. It was like a slender little, them massagers, and then on the box it'd be like having somebody putting it on their neck, but it's very clearly not for that. It was that. It had a little blue soft part at the tip of it, and I didn't understand the pH thingy.
So you was out here wreaking havoc.
I kept it in my sock
Patrick
drawer.
Cloud, the pH killer.
It was in my sock drawer. It would come out for the sexiness, and then it would go right back in. It might get a rinse or so.
Oh my God.
But I remember when I was first told that was disgusting, and I was like, that is disgusting. That is really gross.
Absolutely.
So, like I
Did
said,
it have
I'm sorry.
ridges or anything in it? Like, how
No.
some like are like lumpy.
Now in retrospect, it was a terrible toy. There's so much better stuff out. That it was like a basic, regular, straight thing, and that people put on their neck, but you could put it against the vagina and do some damage. It was put against many a vagina.
Oh my God.
Maybe inside too. Little stickage. So
I'm gonna be quiet while you finish your apology.
well, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry. It was gross. Haven't done it since. Don't cross-contaminate. I understand that could have fucked some pussies up. Not permanently.
Lord,
Wasn't going
Jesus.
crazy like that. But
Patrick out here spreading that BV,
What's that?
bacterial vaginosis. It's stinky.
I'm admitting to something I did as a kid. So
You were not a child.
it was Brookstone.
You were just uninformed. You were uninformed.
I was uninformed.
I think a lot of guys are, don't really sometimes, especially at that age. So, I mean, shout out to the apology.
To all those vaginas, yeah.
The apology. I hope that you guys take that with.
It was a. They had a good time with it. It did what it needed to do. They just
and
might
more.
Yeah.
It did what it needed to do, and what it didn't need to do.
The experience for them might have gone past
past the
session.
But
I don't know.
Out here getting that good diflucan.
What? Diflucan?
It's a yeast infection medicine.
Ooh, the bread box.
Patrick out here
opening bakeries,
spreading the scratch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeast bakery.
Well, speaking of disgusting, let's move on to the dark secrets of Grey's Anatomy.
All right.
Now, this is short. This is Isaiah Washington getting some things off of his chest.
Now, he got kicked off of the show, right?
Well.
Yep. I think so.
Let's see if this is why. Isaiah Washington, 10 hours ago. I don't know why that was. It's not part of the story. I wonder if I should tweet about the rampant alcohol and drugs used amongst my fellow castmates and producers of Grey's Anatomy.
Damn. Sorry. This is giving me the hiccups. Juicy.
I wonder if I should tweet about all of the swinger parties that took place.
Period. Oh.
I remained clean for 3 years and was declined the after hours hot tubs invites.
Was declined?
No,
so he was
sorry.
requesting?
And I declined.
Oh.
Sorry. I remained clean for 3 years and declined the after hours hot tub invites.
Hot tub time machine.
Because I was convinced that I would lose my contract with a urine analysis at any moment and lose my dear wife if I got in that woman's hot tub.
Ooh.
I wonder.
The cesspool.
So, the reason I love this one is because you kind of always wonder, You kind of always watch the shows and you're like, I wonder if they bucking. Because I feel like the closer I get to the industry is like, I start hearing these wild things like, oh, this award show, they book a hotel and have an orgy here, or like this show, everybody's just fucking each other's, like that kind of thing. So it's like the castmates doing that, it's not a big deal, but it's like the producers. Is pretty wild. I never thought about that being thrown in the mix. That just the chick with the pantsuit that does the line production
the chick with the pantsuit really?
is bussing down Ross from Friends. I just made that up.
Oh, I was about to say, hold up.
I'm just saying, like,
we got some more tea.
No. I'm just saying, like, you always picture the people on screen doing wild stuff when a lot of times some of the sleaziest people are the ones
behind the camera.
So I'm thinking
the lens, a documentary of sexual predations.
I need him to get hit up by Netflix ASAP because I want to know.
I want to know names.
I want to know all of it. Even if he left the names out. Even if it was like one of the producers and their wife was smashing all of the background extras.
I want to put faces to names.
So
and visuals. I want to see what the fuck was really going on. I wish he would have went to one of the hot tub parties so he could come
give
back
some
and
more.
Give us some details.
Well, he said that he was 3 years sober. I don't know if that's from alcohol or drugs, but he was not only not trying to relapse, but they getting urine tests. So it's like,
so whose urine are they really using,
Well, I'm thinking like if you're producing the show and you trying to fuck the actors and their partners, why would you also have a some type of urine setup.
Because it's a setup. If they ever want to write your ass off the show, they can give you a test, and if you fail,
and the producers are looking like, I don't gotta. I'm drunk right now.
I don't have to take a test.
I'm on heroin as we speak. I'm not getting a test.
Right.
So I think that's
it's just like Training Day, right? Training Day.
Behind the scenes?
No. How he set him up in the car.
Right, with the PCP.
He's like, I didn't smoke that shit. You
right.
smoke that shit, you know? And then he's like, I'm going to tell. And he's like, oh, you going to go tell? When you got PCP in your system, you've been smoking weed and, all this. So now he's like stuck. And you're under other people's control because...
I'm more thinking like if it's a prominent person in the series, you're going to be hooking them up with free, like clean pee and stuff like that, because it seems like this small paragraph is so much in it. The drugs and alcohol is like, okay, I've been hearing wild stuff like Harry Potter. It's like I was drunk on set all the time.
Really?
Yeah, he had a huge alcohol problem and he was drunk while playing Harry Potter, which is one of the funniest. Harry Leviosa, that nigga was lit.
But which one? Like,
probably not the kid ones. Probably when he.
I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Well, I mean, probably not the first few. I think that once you become that child actor with all the money and
16?
Stuff. Yeah.
He was drunk on set at 16.
I mean, think about the Disney Channel people and stuff. Amanda Bynes was just checked into a rehab facility for roaming the streets naked.
His wand
that shit gets to
was
them.
really like what are those?
What are you trying to say?
The little canisters that you hold.
For Loco?
No, like, like a lot of alcoholics have these. They have they'll pull them out of their pocket. Fuck, I could.
A straw.
No, it's the canister. I'm having a brain fart, but.
I'm sure it would have been hilarious.
Moving on.
But we got drugs and we got the actors being high and drunk while they're acting. We got swingers parties. We got after hours hot tub invites, and then we got urine analysis. But the craziest part is, I didn't even know this. You said he was kicked off the show, and he said, what if I got in that woman's hot tub?
Mm-hmm.
So I connect that to the producers. What if one of these producers was trying to smash? He said no. Next day,
you're out of here.
Your character has been fired from this hospital. And you like, damn, maybe I should have smashed.
Flask.
That's what you were trying to think of? A long stick?
I was saying, what if his wand was a flask?
Oh.
Hollowed it out.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of worth it. All right.
Okay. That was good. I want more tea. There needs to be a part 2 to this. I wish there was more info. Some of these actors, I wish they write memoirs.
I mean, I would love to know what's going on. All right, let's get into these thicker facts.
All right. I have a fact about memory.
Okay.
I wonder, have you said this before? I hope not.
Okay.
What's yours?
Oh, mine is about the horrible lies of U.S. food labels.
Ooh. That's gonna be a scary fact, huh?
It's not scary. It's just like it's one of those.
Is it about the new fake chicken that just got approved by?
No.
Oh, okay.
But try not to guess to steal my thunder. Because if it was about that, I'd be scrambling.
Okay. All right.
Do yours first, because I remember saying I brought a fact because I had a bad memory.
I have a fact about embarrassing behavior.
Okay.
We tend to overestimate how noticeable our embarrassing behavior is to others, a psychological phenomenon known as the spotlight effect. So So basically, we'll do shit. It'd be like super embarrassing to us. Meanwhile,
Nobody
other
looking.
people, ain't nobody looking, ain't nobody worried about it.
That's
We
huge.
over here
I never knew
panicking.
that had a name.
Yeah.
But I think that's how, honestly, like that's how a lot of criminals get caught.
Right.
Because they're just, if you're walking around with $100,000 worth of stolen stuff, your heart's on 1,000, and then you see some cops. A lot of people might just start running or acting suspicious when nobody was really even thinking about it.
So the spotlight effect is the psychological phenomenon by which people tend to believe they are being noticed more than they really are. Being that one is constantly in the center of one's own world, an accurate evaluation of how much one is noticed by others is uncommon.
But then there'd be them times you do something embarrassed and then you kind of scan the crowd and there's somebody looking at you like, I saw that shit.
Somebody saw that? Where when I catch people like trip or whatever and they look around, I'm like, I saw it and I laughed.
Sometimes I'd be embarrassed when there's nobody there. So that's a huge indicator of spotlight effect. Like what is the feeling of embarrassment if it's not coming from doing something embarrassing around other people?
Right.
You being embarrassed in private is very spotlight effect.
Right. It's pretty narcissistic.
Well, I mean, if you grew up believing in God, you also think of this this always being watched type of thing.
But in this day and age, though, is it really that bad to be embarrassed and think that it could be with the phones out? I mean, people
everything's
are
on
catching
camera.
Shit. Like,
yeah.
That whether it's a street camera, I mean, security cameras. Like,
you always picture some fat dude with his legs kicked up watching a bunch of screens.
Right.
So if you trip in a parking lot,
Like,
somebody's like, look at this nigga.
We have some weed tripping footage of you.
Oh, when I fell? Black ice is crazy.
Oh, I can't wait for that episode.
That shit hurt.
Drone did not disappoint.
The shitty thing about falling in ice is it's always going to look stupid because it's so slippery. You're going to do the whole yeah. It's terrible.
Oh, but when you fall on ice, though, those are like the hardest falls.
Yeah, it can
you
kill
can
you.
really break some shit. Yeah.
I could have broke some shit.
So I'm glad you
but
didn't.
I'm solid.
You are. You are solid as a rock.
My wrist hurt the whole trip, though.
It did? Oh, man.
You know when you fall like this?
Ooh. You're not supposed to fall like that, right? Because that will break your wrist.
Falling like this?
Uh-huh. You're not supposed to break your fall like this.
I didn't scroll through an options of...
I mean, it's a natural thing to do that.
What are you supposed to do?
Just...
Fingertips.
You know how drunk drivers...
What if I landed like this?
I'd be like
a cat?
I'd be like, do this.
Catman.
You know how drunk drivers, they'll be the one survivor, and the other car, like the people will be all mangled or messed up or even
they're
killed
all loose and stuff.
Because they just go along with
going with the flow.
Yeah,
that they
their
started.
bodies literally go with the flow.
Sleep drivers too.
They end up right. Everybody else who sees it, they tense up, and then their bodies get all fucked up. But
what's this got to do with?
I was saying how like breaking your fall. You know, if you intentionally break your fall, you can really hurt yourself.
Oh, you're just supposed to kind of like loose.
Just go with
it. Yeah, until you hit your head on something.
What is it, the Charleston?
I was going with the flow. All right, cloud fact. This is some nerve, damn it. In the U.S., food may be labeled 0 calories if it contains less than 5 calories per serving.
What? So you could eat like 30 things with 5 calories and wonder why your ass is getting fat.
It's so crazy, like all these facts about labels. Like I remember the one about you can say, what is it, like 100% juice? Or now with real juice, and it can have less than 2% of juice or something crazy like that. Like it's
like almond milk.
What?
Remember the almond milk fiasco when they realized that like it was like less than 2% of it was actually
I have
almonds.
literally Never seen an almond milk fiasco.
You did it.
Hell no.
Yes.
What part of the city was this happening in?
The almond
Trader Joe's
fighters
was up in flames.
They were pissed the fuck
almond
off.
fighters?
The almond milk fighters were upset.
I picture them in an almond like flying.
They were pissed off when they found out that some of those almond milks only had like less than 2% of almonds. Like, what the fuck is the rest of this big ass canister? It's only 2%.
That's crazy. Like now, all juice, and then it says contains 2% juice. Like, nigga, what's the 98?
Right.
So yeah, 0 calories means some calories. And it's per serving. So if you have a whole case of something that says 0 calories, you probably getting a whole bunch of calories in there.
Right.
I always wondered that, like when they be like, Coke Zero, now with no sugar. It's like, but it's Coca-Cola.
But the replacements for them is like sometimes worse than sugar. Like, you might as well just
no sugar, but now contains dryoflation, corsageblation. It's like, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's way worse than sugar.
Now contains ammonium nitrate. Like,
which is way worse than what you're avoiding.
I'll just take the sugar.
It's like, that's crazy. Now with less calories, but mercury.
God damn.
It's like that shit we drank the other day that said silver in it.
Colloidal
silver.
Colloidal silver.
I would think I would change it to them Capri Sun niggas.
Like a silver surfer.
Start going. All right. We made that fact funner than it really was. All right. This has been another episode of Thick'em Threads.
It's horrible.
Got some minutes left. I like it.
Whoa. I'm Persephanii.
I'm Patrick. We will see your ass next week. Be there or be square.
Square ass niggas.
Hey, did you know that be there or be square means if you're not there, that means you're not around?
I didn't.
I'm not sure if that's really true.
But you just made that up?
No. I heard it a bunch of times, but as I said it, I was like, that seems a little too deep for somebody who's saying be there, be square.
I like it.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. That was good.